To tip off this NBA season on FanDuel, you can choose your own rewards, which means you can play your game any way you want.
I get to choose my rewards?
Yep.
Great! Now, excuse me while I lock in.
All customers choose your own reward right now in the FanDuel app. 21 plus and present in select states. 18 plus in Kentucky. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirement, and max wager amount. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You know what I could really go for right now? Literally anything that comes in a McDonald's carton, wrapper, or bag. Or a McDonald's cup. Yes, any of those items should do it.
We've got your cravings covered. Now stop in for the flaky Filet-O-Fish, the crispy snack wrap, or large fries for just $2.99. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Crashes can happen to even the safest of drivers. Sometimes this is because of situations out of the driver's control. That's where driver assistance technologies can help reduce the human factors involved in crashes. Features like blind spot intervention, lane keeping assistance, rear automatic braking, and automatic high beams all have the potential to save lives. And one of those lives could be yours. Learn more about driver assistance technologies at nhtsa.gov/drivertech. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation's National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Adobe Radio. The future of alternative.
Everything with a throttle is fair game. This is Tess Miles.
I am your pedal pumping pappy, and welcome to this week's episode of Tess Miles, along with Trish. She's our 6-time Lane County yodeling champion, third runner-up. Trish, well done. Yeah, Trish. And Marconi, he is our sparkling spackler. You know why, Trish, he's a sparkling spackler?
Why?
Because he spackled for the first day in his life today.
Yeah, I'm upgrading my booth here in Chicago, and I had to spackle. This morning, my closet, I removed wire shelving because during COVID, I modified my closet to be a voice booth for radio.
Nice.
And I figure after 6 years, this might be my business now. You know?
Right.
So,
you know what?
So
The saddest thing about that is, though,
what?
After all that time in Chicago, you're back in the closet.
That's right, finally.
Yeah. Okay.
But so this morning, literally, I woke up, I spackled, and then I put up wallpaper, Nick. And then I pushed 2 500-pound customized dressers into my space. I put up velvet curtains and plugged in my studio equipment, mounted my microphone, and here I am.
Man.
Oh, there's jokes in there. There's a lot of jokes in there, but I'm just going to take the high line and back off.
Now, why would you? It's radio. I'm telling you, I'm lobbing you softball so you can take those things. What are you talking about?
Only
All this
you
is
would
for
be
nothing?
only you would be back in the closet with velvet curtains.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Well, pretty spicy and crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Marconi, I love the wallpaper. I didn't know you actually put that up today as well.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to tell people how beautiful it is first and foremost.
Beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. No, well,
It's
for several months I've been planning this because basically it was because it's a closet, but it's a voice booth and where I have my wardrobe. So I wanted to have that functioning, but I didn't want it to look ridiculous. You know, I didn't want it, and I was tired of it looking like a makeshift. A bunch of equipment sitting on wire shelving. So I took all that out and I did a full rebuild. And I saw this, I had this idea that, you know, like when you go into one of those boutique clothing stores and they have like the iron clothing rods and the wood grain shelving and all that stuff. I'm like, I could do that in my closet. That'd be easy. That'd be great for a booth.
If you're going to spend so much time in the closet, it might as well be a nice one.
Yeah.
Right?
See, now, Nick, you've gone too many jokes about the closet. Yeah.
Is there too many jokes about the closet? Really?
I think so, maybe. I think you've hit it.
I don't know.
But no, I mean, but so it's a lot of fun, and I think it's just like that thing where for the last 6 years I've basically been in business for myself and been operating sort of out of a makeshift studio, and now I've upgraded it, so it's more fits like the clients that I serve.
It's
I love
beautiful. Yeah,
I love it.
absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely love it.
Nick did say that I should spend a night in here. So it's like he liked it so much.
It did. It is prettier than my whole house, I can tell you.
That's not true. I've been to your
Very
house. Your house is
cozy.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But the thing too is, Nick, is this is a testament to me because for years I lived in different cities. Now in Portland, I was on radio for 6 years. One at KNRK, and then 6 years at KUFO, and then went to Chicago after that.
Yeah.
And I was in Denver in there for a little while, that stuff. But the thing is I got sick of moving around. And now I've been in Chicago going on 11 years. And I've been in the same apartment. And I figured, it's time to upgrade from wire shelving and, get on with my life. And so
we were talking about this before we started. Like technology is so advanced nowadays that there's absolutely no reason that you can't broadcast from wherever you choose to call.
Every
home.
radio station wants to pay you nothing to move to a city and then fire you 2 years later. And then you've got to move and you've got to reestablish yourself. And it's a nightmare. It's not.
We're breaking the mold,
sustainable.
though, to be honest. We're breaking the mold.
Yeah, and Nick, you inspired me because you branched off after radio and decided to go into what you're doing now with Test Miles. So
Yeah, look, now I'm never home. Complete opposite of you.
believe me, I'm at home all the time and on purpose because that's the life I wanted. But I think you love traveling. Like you're going to Vermont this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to Burlington and then to LA, and then I'm in basically Munich, London.
Why would you go from Portland? What's the weather, like 40 degrees in Portland now? And then you're going to go to Vermont that's like going to be like in the teens while you're there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm going ice driving. I'm driving cars on ice, which is what I was doing last week in Quebec.
So you could like crack the ice and fall through water. What does that mean, ice driving?
Ice, so physics, you know that there has to be at least 12 inches of ice to support the weight of a car.
How do they know?
Because they measure it.
So they just
they
keep
measure
putting
it.
heavy cars on there, and then they're like, nope, this one's
they
good.
measure the depth of the ice. You drill and you measure the depth of the ice.
But doesn't that weaken the ice when they drill?
No, you don't drill where you drive. You drill somewhere else in the lake.
That's right. Don't drill and drive.
And you know what? When you pour water in that hole, it freezes up anyway. It's the air temperature that keeps it cold. So there's
now
some
you make
places
fun of my closetry, and now you said pour water into a hole. I'm just going to stand right here and pretend like you didn't.
Don't do that in your closet, though.
Right.
No, it's.
Where else would I pour water into my hole? Closet's the perfect place.
There is a lot of technology that goes into ice driving, and then you have to have a good car. I drove Polestars on the ice this week, and it was fun. The Swedish electric car company. I mean, these things are dynamic.
Do you lay out your outfits on your bed like you did when you were in school for these trips?
No.
Why not?
I have a winter outfit that sits on a hanger in the closet. It's a big puffy white Michelin coat. It makes me look like the Michelin Man. Bobendum, his name is. And
so you have one winter outfit?
One freezing cold winter outfit. Yeah.
Okay. Because I've seen you in several. Like when you came to Chicago to work on WGN, you've always got some kind of flair going.
Yeah, but that's, when you're out in the middle of nowhere and it's freezing cold, and I'm talking about, like in the teens, then I have padded pants, I have special pants, I have
padded
long
pants?
johns.
You have special pants to drive on ice?
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't want to freeze. And you have to stand outside the cars for periods of time.
Yeah, why do you do it? Why can't you just sit in the car? Where the heat is.
Well, you can, but you have to swap. Sometimes you have to swap vehicles, and that means getting out on the ice.
Don't do it. Refuse. What are they going to do? Pull you out of the car?
No, but you have to play. You have to play the game. You have to
you do.
They want you to experience different cars, and so you want
Nick,
to
I'm a living
different
example.
cars.
You do not have to play the game. Do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
let me-
In fact, if you go against the grain, those are the people that end up standing out. Like look at history. Nobody
go.
that went with the grain has been like, hey, yeah, guys, whatever. Well, the people that go against the grain are the guys we all know, the human beings.
I posted pictures of myself on the ice on Test Miles.
Were you
social
skating
media
for the
accounts this
Olympics?
week.
Were you practicing?
No.
What were you doing?
Having fun driving Polestars and seeing how they handled it.
What, you just did this and now you're going to do it again? Is this going to be like an Olympic event now? What's happening?
It's a different car company. I'm going to go do it with Dodge next week.
Oh.
So
That sounds so much fun.
I sent
Does
you
it?
guys a picture of what my winter outfit looks like.
Oh, I want to see.
So-
Did you send it to me?
Yeah, I did. I texted it to you. And it's
Okay,
also
let
on Test Miles social media websites.
Look at that. You look beautiful. Is that AI?
No, that's me. That's how I really look in real life. That's a
You
real
look
picture.
great. You really do. I got to say. You should get out of the closet more often.
Yeah, I probably should. You know what else is going to be great? Ask Test Miles is coming up next.
More query.
Oh, welcome back to the show. I will tell you that some of the discussion that happens in this show, in the commercial breaks, I wish was on the air.
Well, because
Because
you
I
made
found out-
you made a gonk or something, a bang in the background, and I said it sounded like the drum solo from "In the Air Tonight" by Phil Collins.
right. Right.
And then I was like, oh, and then and I was singing it, and I was like, "In the air tonight, oh Lord," and Trish said, I didn't know that he was saying, "Oh Lord."
Right. I always thought he said, hold on.
Hold on. I can feel
People have
it
made whole
coming.
shows. People have made whole shows about that. No, that was my spouse dropped off the chocolate Labrador because he has to stay in.
Was
he
that
has to be
your
monitored
dog
at all
farting?
times.
What was happening?
No, he jumped up against the door and slammed the door. And now he's sitting by the door because he wants to go out.
Oh, he made a. Does he know he's a rhythmic bionic dog?
Apparently, he should be in Genesis.
Yeah, he's making. Are they even exist anymore? Any of those guys? I think Phil
probably not.
Collins can barely perform.
Yeah,
Sadly. Yeah.
You know what it's time for?
Oh yeah.
Ask Test Miles.
Dear
All right.
Daddy, are you gonna come home again
Dear
this
Daddy.
Christmas? Oh wait, that's another.
That's a
show.
letter you wrote.
Is it bad to top off your gas tank after the pump clicks off?
Yes. Basically, yes.
Yes.
It's generally a bad idea to keep pumping gas off the nozzle clicks off. When the pump shuts off automatically, it's doing exactly what it's designed to do. And that's, click off because the tank is full. There is a much smaller tube that goes down to the tank, and that tube fills up quickly. So if you can keep filling it up, the gas will shoot back up there. And we've all had that experience when
You don't
top
want
the tank
gas
off and
shooting
you
out
get
both
gas
ends.
everywhere. No, you don't. So, I mean, you can actually damage the system in the car by doing that as well. Modern cars use emission systems called EVAP, EVAP, evaporative emission control systems.
I don't like that word.
Well, they what they do is they capture fuel vapor instead of letting them escape into the air. So they kind of
Evap?
hold on to that vapor. Yeah.
Like
And,
evaporate.
Right. And if you squeeze the handle after it's clicked off, liquid can actually enter the evap system. And that
Everybody
can
calm
mean,
down. Squeezing the handle. And
That,
want
that
any of this.
means that the evap system is made for vapor only, basically, and that can saturate the sort of the cleaner at the top and the canister at the top, and repair it can cause damage and not work properly. So,
Hey,
stuff
Trish,
can
do you
escape
evap?
into the environment?
You take an evap break every once in a while. Go downstairs and have a little
Occasionally
evap
need a
break.
5-minute evap.
The other thing you should know about doing that, by the way, is topping off. You can click, and when that click happens, a lot of that fuel goes in there is really unusable. A lot of times
No.
it sits in the neck because there's an air bubble below it, so it sits in the neck. Your fuel can expand with heat, and you need that little bit of extra space in the tank for it to expand with heat. And of course, you can overflow in here. And what a lot of people don't know is when that gas drips down your car and overflows, that can damage the paint on your vehicle.
No, you don't want that. There's enough going on there. You've already ruined your gas tank.
You can see some older cars with yellowing around the gas tank, and that's because fuel has been dripping out as well. So you don't really get usable fuel. And it's also bad for the environment, by the way. So it doesn't help the environment. Spills in the environment, vapors.
Now you awoken the Frogtown America. Everybody in Portland's like, oh, what? Now you've got my attention.
Yeah, but it messes with your fuel gauge as well. It can cause erratic fuel readings. It can contribute to premature system wear.
Premature evap.
So when the pump clicks off, it's really it's done. You're done. And so topping it off doesn't help. It can cause damage to your car and the environment.
Say you want it's like a 100.9999, and you just want it to click to 101. You know what I mean? Like you just
Too
want
bad.
it so don't do that.
No.
You're no fun.
Absolutely.
All right. Wait, are you in the back of your studio wrangling your dog right now?
I know.
Yeah, the dog has got himself caught on the leash. Hang on a second.
Oh, yeah. Well, please rescue your dog. Nick, you're so unprofessional rescuing your dog in the middle of the show.
Let's talk about evap, Marconi.
Yeah. I mean, do they have flavors? I wonder. Different evap flavors?
Who doesn't want an evap flavor?
Nick,
candy.
Do hybrid batteries really last the life of the car?
This is a difficult question to answer because it depends the age of the vehicle, right? Because if it's an older vehicle, the batteries weren't as good as the new ones. So the base answer is this. Often yes, but not always. And I know that's me saying, well, it can go either way.
Wait, hold on. Nick, are you saying yeah, but no, but?
Yes, yeah, but no, but. Exactly.
Yeah, but no, but.
Modern hybrid batteries are designed to last like a long time. That's obviously what the car companies want them to do. And for most drivers, that's going to be the length of the vehicle. And we're talking about 150, 200,000 miles, 12 to 15 years. That's the modern hybrid battery that you buy today. And some car companies like Toyota will guarantee those. I mean, Toyota, especially on the Prius, those batteries last a long time. Honda, Ford, Hyundai, they all last a long time. Hybrid models with 200,000 miles plus and the original battery pack, they can often be working the same way as they did the day that they went off the dealer lots, at least within reasonable amount of percentages. Now, the early Prius models are still running today. Everyone says, they'll run for a few years and the batteries are no good. There's Priuses on the road, Gen 1, which are, 20 years old now, that still run fine and they work well. 8 years, 100,000 mile warranty is generally what some hybrid companies offer. 10 years, 100,000 miles in what we call CARB states, which is New York, California, Oregon.
CARB?
That's what the
CARB
what states, yeah. It's
at the law office of evap and CARB.
Yeah.
We guarantee.
We can get into
it's
an environmental a state that does environmental vehicles and follows the environmental rules. So
that's the name CARB.
Right. So why they last so long is pretty simple. Hybrid batteries are different from your pure EV batteries. So they operate in a very narrow state of charge, in a very narrow state of charge window. They tend to be a much smaller battery. They are liquid or air-cooled. The car's software actively protects them as well. And the cycle of the battery gently it's not so hard on the battery as it is on a full EV, which is expecting the battery is the source of power, whereas a hybrid, it does both of them. So OEM replacements, manufacturer replacements for a hybrid can be $2,000 to $4,000. In the recommended packs can be even less than that. Individual models repair is sometimes less. So even if they do go bad, it doesn't ruin everything. But There's a touch of what it could do. A touch.
The segment brought
of
to you
how
by
they work.
EVAP and Cobb. Call
There
EVAP
you
and
go.
Cobb today at 1-833. Hi, it's me.
EVAP and Cobb. More Tez Miles coming up with news. Oh, welcome back to the show, Nick, Trish, and Marconi. We're definitely having fun here.
Wait, what
First
just
of all,
happened there? Did you just you just adjusted yourself live on the radio? What happened?
That was a big adjustment, if that's what was happening.
Well, did you just sit down? Was that what you were like? Grabbed your mic and you were like,
no.
We
Did
all
it sound
heard it.
strange? I mean, I'm sitting there with a dog on my lap, so that's probably 90% of the problems there.
And he's like a 19-pound dog.
No, he's a 90-pound dog. He's a big boy.
90?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's tough.
You know,
what
Bill's
do you-
100. Bill, his brother, is 134 pounds.
It's, is that right? Is that what you're supposed to be?
No, he's a monster. Definitely a monster.
I was during the break. I was like, you were wrestling with your dog, and I like turn around and I go, where are my cats?
Yeah,
And
you're
so
missing it.
I found one, and then the other one was in a laundry basket. I was like, oh. But you know how
Isn't
when
that
you
funny?
can't find an animal, you kind of freak out even if there's no emergency. You just want to know where they are.
My generations of beagles gone by, when we do laundry, they'd always try and climb in because it was warm and it was fluffy and it was fair. They just try and climb in the laundry basket.
I mean,
that's
sometimes I pass out in that, in a pile of laundry on the bed.
Where's Marconi? Oh, he's unconscious in the freshly tumbled laundry.
It smells. I use Persil and wool balls, and it's perfect. It's soft. I can almost taste it.
Oh, he's sucking the sheets. That's not good.
I'm sorry, but that's not why you called, Nick. We're here for a very serious reason.
Why I called was to say we have some news headlines for you.
Oh, fine. It's time for news.
I think it's been a super bad year for recalls because Ford Motor Company is recalling about 4.3 million pickup trucks and SUVs in the U.S. due to software errors that cause trailer brakes not to function and exterior lights to fail, including vehicles like the F-150 and the Expedition. This could basically compromise towing safety, and Ford says it will issue a repair update once the software is available.
Awesome.
The recall adds to one of the largest safety actions in recent U.S. automotive history. And I will tell you, it's not been a good year for Ford. They have had almost more recalls than anybody else in history. But it's really hit them very hard for their trucks and SUVs. Trish?
I like how you throw it to Trish like she's a reporter on the street. And now, here's Trish.
And now,
thanks, Nick.
Here's Trish.
I know, right? Thanks, guys. Experts,
Trish, over to you.
And now,
take it away, Trish.
Experts expect about 1.8 to 1.9 million new vehicles to be sold in the U.S. in February 2026. That's slightly better than January, which was hurt by bad weather. However, sales are still lower than last year because many buyers are struggling with the high prices. Electric vehicle sales are still slower than expected, so dealerships are focusing more on gas and hybrid cars.
How is EVAP sales going, Nick?
Yeah. Don't breathe in. That's all I can tell you. Ford also recalls more than 412,000 Explorers now in a major U.S. recall. They're taking 412 of those vehicles for recertification. They are 2017 to 2019. Now, it's a rear suspension toe link problem that can fracture and potentially reduce steering control.
Toe link?
I know, right?
Yeah, nobody wants that. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has flagged the issue after owner complaints, and Ford will replace the affected components free of charge. While a do not drive advisory has not been issued, drivers are encouraged to schedule repairs promptly and not to drive the vehicles without getting them repaired.
Schedule repairs.
Exactly. I was going to say, I like the way he says schedule.
Schedule repairs. Quite frankly, it's time to schedule your repairs.
Well, what not?
Yeah.
Over to you, Trish.
Okay.
I was waiting for it.
Oh, it has to be this way, like every time. It's so funny. All right, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, and that is a mouthful in itself. NHTSA has ended its investigation into about NHTSA into about 7.4 million vehicles made by Stellantis in the U.S. The issue involved headrests that would accidentally deploy. NHTSA did not order a recall. Instead, Stellantis will provide a 10-year extended warranty for affected vehicles from model years 2010 to 2020. Although there were reports of injuries, NHTSA said it could not confirm any serious injuries directly caused by the problem.
Nick, what is Stellantis?
So that is the parent company that has Ram, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, Fiat, Alfa Romeo, Maserati. I think that's all of them.
Yeah, I'll never learn that. Every time you say it, it's like a foreign word. It's like, what is this? A new language we're just supposed to know?
There's a joke in the automotive industry that sounds like some kind of dysfunctional drug. Do you need a happy bedroom time? Take Stellantis.
Call EVAP and Cobb if you'd like some Stellantis.
I actually really like that name, Stellantis. It makes me think of like something outer space, like a
Stellantis goes for 3 at the logo.
I think they were going for something more like Atlantis, but it was like Stellantis. So there you go.
They spelled it wrong.
Can you say, Trish,
Nick,
can you say over to you, Nick? Yeah, thank you. Volvo Cars plan to recall more than 40,000 EX30 electric SUVs globally, including in the US, because of battery overheating risk. That could lead to fires. Owners are being advised to limit charging to 70% at peak outdoor charging. The battery models could have to be replaced. The recall underscores how critical battery safety remains as EVs grow in America. You have to make sure that the batteries are safe. People, we don't want unsafe batteries.
Yeah, you don't want to over evap your Cobb.
Hey, Trish, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nick. New forecasts show that electric vehicles are making up a smaller portion of the new car sales in the U.S., even though total vehicle sales are slowly increasing. Experts say EV prices are still high and fewer incentives are available, which is slowing the buyer interest. Gas-powered and hybrid vehicles are expected to account for most of the vehicle sales in February. Nick, over to you.
Top U.S. automakers express cautious optimism about 2026 vehicle sales during recent dealer strategy meetings. Despite forecasts showing slightly lower sales volumes than last year, executives basically say they highlight plans to stimulate demand through incentives, and they also want to refresh many of their models. Dealers are now saying there is a stronger demand for dealer partnerships with buyers, and all while navigating tariff pressures and affordability headwinds. Dealers say they are going to get out in front of it and help consumers buy those brand new cars.
I like the way you say demand.
I know,
demand.
Right?
On demand. Listen to the Test Miles on demand.
That's right. It sounds good. Nick,
Trish, over to you.
Industry forecasts U.S. new vehicle sales in February could be about 3.8% lower than last year. Higher vehicle prices and weak
every one of these stories gets worse.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are doing the news, but I mean, it's depressing.
Depressingnews.com.
It's not your fault, Trish. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Higher vehicle prices and weak demand for electric vehicles are making sales more difficult. To boost sales, automakers are expected to keep offering strong incentives as the spring season comes to begin.
Please buy a car. Please. Come down. We'll give you a free evap and Cobb.
We have about just 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
I know.
Guess what? Nobody wants to hear any more bad news, so we'll call it a day. Trish, over to you to say goodbye.
Over to you, Nicholas Marconi.
Can we just do some more Ask Test Miles? That was much better. Yeah, that's more fun. We'll do that when we come back. it's your only source for recall news. I could tell you that after that last bout of news headlines.
Every story you did was about recall and about sales being bad and about EVs not selling. Gee, it's almost like the country isn't great again.
Bad news. Things aren't going automotive industry's way. That's the worst thing. But you know what they are going? They're going our way because we're going to do another episode of...
Oh, you mean hit a button?
Ask Test Miles.
Woohoo! I'm Nick's button monkey. I'm his punch.
You're my button bucket?
Yeah.
I know.
I'm your button bucket. Have you seen Punch the monkey, Nick, where he drags that doll around? That's me. I'm your punch monkey.
No.
I was abandoned by my family, and now you're my only family, really.
It's a little close to the truth, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I drag around a stuffed doll. Oh, you want actual questions? Fine.
We should just remind everybody, if you have questions, you can follow Test Miles on all your social media platforms and send us your questions, because that's how we get them. We get way more than we can answer, but we do our best. We do our best.
Oh, we do our worst. You never know. You don't know.
Which is it's all we need for a trophy.
Is that what we want? Everybody,
a trophy.
That's all we're working
everybody
for.
Everybody gets a trophy. You know how it works.
Okay, now Nick, what is the smartest way to negotiate at a dealership? Honestly, I would say, Nick, you need an AI app that tells people what to do when they're at the dealership.
All right, so here's the deal. I'll give you like 10 or so of my best dealership negotiation tools. And this comes from me working with dealers for many years. Beaverton Bob, Uncle Bob, our friend Bob Lamphere, he helps me understand a lot of this stuff. But to be honest with you, dealers want you to have a good deal. They want you to have a good experience. And I'll tell you why. Because dealers don't make a lot of money on new cars or used cars. Dealers make their money on the services they provide to you, servicing your vehicle, taking care of you. That's where they earn their money. So if you don't like what happens to you when you buy a new vehicle, why would you bring it back to have it serviced there? So they're always going to do a really good deal if they have a service department where you're going to come back and get your car looked after, because that's how they pay their bills. They don't pay their bills through sales of new cars. And it's important to know that. So look, I'm going to give you my best case of advice here. Negotiate not the monthly payments. That's a huge mistake that Americans make. Negotiate the out-of-the-door price. Dealers love to ask what your monthly payment would be, because that actually puts it in what you can afford. But the truth is, you should already know what your monthly payment is by how much you're going to borrow. So you should know that before you go to a dealership. Separate the transaction into 3 negotiations. A, vehicle price. B, trade-in value. 3, financing. Those are 3 separate things. You should never do them together. And by the way, my best case scenario for advice is always get your financing sorted out before you go to a dealership. And the reason for that is very, very simple. It benefits not just you, but the dealer. First of all, the dealer knows what you can afford. And second of all, the dealer has financing there. If they can do a better deal for you, they will. So if you come in the door with financing and they can offer you a better deal, everybody wins. They win, you win as well. So separate those 3 things out. Know the invoice. When I say that, you could aim for below market value, not below invoice, because market value is what's important. You can go to places like Edmunds, Kelley Blue Book, TrueCar. They will tell you the market value of those vehicles. You can also look at regional inventory pressures, okay? Certain vehicles in Oregon, like Subarus and Outbacks, are super popular. So they may be more expensive here because we have less of them, because they're more of a popular vehicle. The number of days a vehicle has been on the lot. If the vehicle's been on the lot for 2 or 3 months, the dealer wants to shift it, and he may be more willing to take less of profit on that vehicle. So the longer it's been on the lot, the better you're going to get a deal for. Manufacturer incentives. Make sure that you know, is Dodge, is Honda, is Kia offering money on the hood of these vehicles? If they are, they should incentivize you to look at those vehicles because they're offering you a better deal. Time Time your purchase strategically. The end of the month when dealerships have to make a quota, the end of a quarter when they have bigger quotas to make, the end of the year when they have even bigger quotas to make. Bad weather days, that means that people aren't going to showrooms. There's low showroom traffic. They'd be more likely to do a deal. The worst time to buy, Saturday afternoons when dealerships are busy. Control the room, all right? You set the pace. Do things on your pace. Fall in love with the car. Then reveal you have to decide how urgent it is. Are you willing to walk away? Share your maximum budget, those type of things. So those are things, by the way, that you should always keep to yourself. Don't tell anyone you're in love with a car. Don't reveal how urgently you need a car, and don't reveal your maximum budgets. That doesn't help dealers make a deal. Be calm. Be quiet after making an offer, and be ready to walk. If you don't like what you're getting, why would you take a deal that you're not willing to do? And the dealer doesn't want you to do that either. All right. Watch for certain things, right? Watch for some of the things that go on. Don't ever entertain a dealer saying to you things like, "Let's focus on the monthly payments." You need to focus on the actual purchase price. That's what you're buying the car. You wouldn't look at a house and say, "I just want to know what the monthly payments are. I don't really care what the actual house price is." That's not the way you buy a house. So don't do it with a car. I always tell everybody, do it that way as well. Financial offerings are really important. Make sure that you get things sorted out in the finance department before you sort anything else out. And don't get lots of add-ons on your vehicle. You don't need a lot of the protections. If the manufacturer doesn't offer it, it's very unlikely that you'll need it. So I tell everybody that the smallest thing in the paperwork has to be read. Take your time to read that paperwork. You don't want to just sign the bottom of a sheet if you don't know what's on it, to make sure that you fully understand the deal, and be ready to leave. That's something I tell you. A lot of dealers will be happy to negotiate with you via email. You can email 5 dealers on what you're looking for and take the one that has the best price. All right, that's my 1 to 10.
Wow, I feel like I learned so much. I'm going to take notes more often. Now,
there you go.
Okay, here we go. Here's another question, Nick. How do I get blood and DNA out of the trunk of my car? Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Stop it.
That was I was re-binging The Closer the other day. And there's always somebody with DNA in their trunk. Are CVT transmissions reliable long-term? What is a CVT transmission, first of all? Is that like a revap Cobb situation?
No, it's a kind of transmission. They call it the rubber band transmission. It's a variable transmission. So CVT doesn't have fixed gears. Basically, it's sort of a rubber band that slides up and down a cone. That's the easiest way to explain it. It's sort of a belt or a chain type situation. And
this is a family show, Nick, by the way, just making sure.
It changes where it sits on the cone to how the transmission works. It's basically designed for smooth acceleration. It sort of improves fuel economy immensely, by the way. But it also introduces a different stress and different sound to the engine.
And it runs off of a rubber band?
Yeah, kind of. Here are pros for a CTV transmission. It's smooth acceleration, better fuel efficiency. It has fewer moving parts, and it's good for light or moderate powered engines. You don't want an engine that's a lot of horsepower having a CVT transmission. Common concerns about the long-term reliability of these. Heat and belt chain wear, a lot of mileage can wear these down. High torque engine, so if you're pulling trailers and those type of things, it's not necessarily a good idea. They're sensitive to maintenance, so that's something else as well. Earlier generations have more issues, so older cars. I would say 2000 to 2010, I might be skeptical of having a CVT transmission. Cost of repairs or replacements can be expensive. Are they reliable? Absolutely, they're reliable. Car companies wouldn't put them in their car if they weren't reliable as well. Manufacturers tend to have good track records in these, like Toyota, Honda, Subaru. They've used these vehicles for years. Nissan's used them for years. If they're maintained properly, like they get fluid and they get sort of regular checkups, they are absolutely brilliant transmissions. The manufacturer will warranty these things if they have good CVT. So if they have a good warranty, you should absolutely consider them. Real world reliability trends, they are more reliable than most people think. So
I've really enjoyed hearing your dog chew on his bone while you gave your answer.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's what you get on Test Miles. You can get it 24/7, by the way, at testmiles.com.
Follow Test Miles on Instagram. Like and leave a comment or ask a question on our latest post.
At Test Miles.
Give it up for Adobe, everybody.